PS Dubat in charge of the East African community, as well as my PS colleague from the United Republic of Tanzania, the Chief of Mission, Sharon, our partners and the Excellencies ambassadors from the Federal Republic of Germany, as well as from Czech, who are representing the EU, the Honorable Gabriel Tsongoyo, who is the chair of the committee that oversees not just the State Department that I head, but the ministry as a whole, alongside other MDs within government, the heads of various delegations. And it's interesting to note that as we are discussing about border management, we have representation from all the countries that we share our borders with. So to the east, we have Somalia. Up north, we have Ethiopia and South Sudan. To the west, we have Uganda. And then down south, we have Tanzania. And of course, our friends from the region. I want to say in a special way, karibuni, mjisikie mko nyumbani, because this is home. Now, let me also appreciate the teams that have worked together to ensure that we have this conference that will be running for the next 3 days. The team at IOM, the team at the BMS, and all the colleagues who work with us. Now, before I say much, let me introduce or ask the principal members of the BCOCC, which I chair, the Border Control Operations Coordinations Committee, to just stand up so that we can just acknowledge you in a special way. The principals, Bitok, Dubat, the DGs, and I know there are a number of representatives also here. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Let's be seated. So ladies and gentlemen, good morning once again. Now it's with great pleasure and profound honor that I want to welcome you all to this inaugural National Border Management Conference. And as we gather here today, we want to embark on a journey of collaboration, integration, and solidarity in the realm of border management. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you for gracing this occasion, and that with your presence and also with the unwavering commitment to help and support us secure our borders. Cabinet Secretary, ladies and gentlemen, the theme of this conference, as you've all heard, is on building on coordination and moving towards integration. And it serves as a beacon guiding our collective efforts towards a safer and more prosperous future. It encapsulates the essence of our shared vision, which is Mipaka Thabiti kwa Ustawi, which is a vision of seamless, coordinated border management systems that transcend boundaries, that foster integration and provide a firm footing for legitimate trade and movement of both people and goods in all ports of entry and exit. Indeed, we are in an effort to secure our borders and to facilitate legitimate trade and travel, not to restrain it. And Madam Sharon has put it in a way that I cannot overemphasize, that we must be able to strike a balance between facilitating trade and movement, but also making sure that we do it in a secure manner. As we delve into the proceedings of this conference, our foremost aim is to forge stronger bonds of cooperation among the diverse array of stakeholders involved in border management. From the various state departments, the State Department for Immigration, the State Department for ESC, Health, Shipping and Maritime, to agencies including the National Police Service, the National Intelligence Service, the National Counter-Terrorism Center, the Kenya Coast Guard, Kenya Airports Authority, Kenya Ports Authority, the Kenya Maritime Authority, the Kenya Revenue Authority, Anti-Counterfeit Authority, the Kenya Bureau of Standards, and all the other relevant ministries, departments, and agencies. I want to reaffirm that each of you play a pivotal role in safeguarding our borders and upholding the rule of law. And by fostering a culture of collaboration and synergy, we can amplify our collective impact and mitigate the many challenges that confront us. CS, allow me to highlight some of our most significant achievements since embracing this multi-agency approach at our ports of entry and exit. First is that we've been able to establish better and coordinated approach to data collection and analysis. This has translated to improved capacity and effectiveness in our individual and joint operations. Two is that through the enhanced sharing of information and resources among the various law enforcement agencies, it is now easier to identify and respond to threats that are of hybrid nature, including cross-border and transnational organized crime. And in this regard, we are progressively reducing the use of forged travel documents, illegal migration, human trafficking, smuggling of weapons, trafficking of narcotics, and money laundering, among other crimes. Third is that we have significantly improved clearance of persons at our points of entry and exit, and also increased the volume of trade, which is thanks to the smooth movement of people. Introduced the visa-free regime, and we are progressively working to address the bottlenecks that has been occasioned by that process. But to a larger extent, this is a major success that we are experiencing, and as a country, and of course for the landscape is constantly evolving, and we must work jointly in the establishment and implementation of a robust entry and exit system. Central to our discussions for the next 3 days, enabling as well as those hindering effective coordination amongst the. Now, Kenya has witnessed remarkable strides in border security and management through investment in advanced technology to detect threats more swiftly. Training our frontline border officers through a recently introduced curriculum, which is known as the Kenya Coordinated Border Management Program. Then regionally integration to harmonize border control policies. And I'm happy that today our PS in charge of EAC and our colleague from Tanzania in charge of trade are all here, and they're progressively engaging within that framework to ensure that the EAC actually works for the good of all its citizens. Now, we cannot, of course, afford to be comfortable as transnational crime, terrorism, and other illicit activities do not know borders and boundaries, and they thrive on the absence of cooperation, exploiting the vulnerabilities to perceive our points of entry and exit lens. Let us therefore seize this conference to exchange ideas, innovation, and a shared sense of purpose. We can overcome this challenge. I want to express my sincere appreciation and gratitude to our partners, starting with the IOM. Based on what we've been able to do together with the Border Management Secretariat, and it dates back to years before some of us took the offices that we currently are in, and we are looking forward to even better coordination and cooperation and sharing best practices. So yes, just to mention that Kenya has become a case study in border management, and we've had delegations from across the world coming to see what we've been able to do. Let me also extend my heartfelt gratitude to you, the CS, for the leadership and also always offering guidance whenever we need to make decisions, and the support that you continue to give us as the PSS who work under you to discharge our responsibilities. Now, to the participants, your presence here today is a testament to our shared dedication to upholding the principles of security, stability, and prosperity. With those many remarks, I want to again welcome all of you to this conference and looking forward to very good deliberations in the next 3 days. Thank you. Now, before I take back my seat, let me have the privilege to introduce to you my Cabinet Secretary, the Honorable Professor Kindiki, who is the CS in charge of the Ministry of Interior and National Administration. The CS Kindiki is an advocate of the High Court and an International Criminal Court, the ICC, and he obtained his LLB from Moi University and then proceeded to the Kenya School of Law. He has a master's in international human rights, law and democracy, and a PhD in international law, both from the University of Pretoria, South Africa. Earlier on, the CS was a lecturer of law, and then he also served as a senior lecturer at the University of Nairobi, rising to the level of the dean of the law school. And I think it's probably a record that hasn't been broken, having been one of the youngest to hold that position. He also served as the Secretary of the National Cohesion and Integration under the former President Mwai. Senate Majority Leader between 2013 and of the Senate between 2017 and 2020. He is a distinguished scholar, NHCR and UNDP, who are very important partners to us, and is a member of Academic Council, International Association on the Study of Forced Migration. So I think we need to give him a panel to chair.
Because I don't know where you got that information. No, introductions can go either way. I saw when PS Raymold was introducing the members of the BCOCC, and then he said the principals. College principals, only to see my colleagues. So thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity first and foremost to I do recognize